So the United States has the largest incarceration rate in the world, both per capita and in overall numbers. In order to lower these rates, instead of putting nonviolent offenders in jail, we need to begin fining them so we can make more money. The cost of maintenance, the amount of people in our jails, and the amount of people serving long-term sentences for nonviolent crimes are the reasons that we need to change this. Many of us have gotten traffic tickets or committed petty crimes like jaywalking, and none of us need to get stuck in jail next to violent offenders because of this. Now, a nonviolent crime is defined as something that does not involve the use of any force or injury to another person, and then a violent crime is something that involves bodily harm. So this is a list of common nonviolent crimes: property crimes, drug and alcohol crimes, prostitution, gambling, and fraud. And then some violent crimes: assault, homicide, domestic violence, robbery, and sexual assault. According to Swade in 2011, the cost of keeping a person in jail in California per year in 2009 was over $47,000. California has over 171,000 inmates in that year, costing them over $8 billion as a state. So in 2013, they decided to do something to change that. And on their ballot, they put what is called Proposition 47, which changed many drug charges from felonies to misdemeanors. They used many of these savings to fund both mental health and drug treatment programs. According to the California Proposition website, this released over 4,000 prisoners and saved the state over $73 million. Now, in another state, in a small town in Alabama, nonviolent offenders are getting a choice as to what their punishment should be. They can go to jail, pay a small fine, or they can go to church weekly for a whole year. Many people think that the church is actually a good idea because it gives them a good support system and gives them a lot of people that will hold them accountable for their actions. The amount of people in our jails is extremely high, and the percentage of nonviolent offenders is actually astounding. The U.S. has over 2.4 million people incarcerated, and over 60% of these people are nonviolent offenders. That leaves close to 1.4 to 1.5 million of the people in our jails are nonviolent offenders. Now, if we take all the nonviolent offenders and leave them out and fine them, we cut the population of our prisons by over 60%. So this is the percentage of prisoners in 2011 in all of our federal prisons. So 50% of the people were on drug charges, 35% public order, and only 8% violent, and 6% property, and 1% miscellaneous. This is a story from it's a story by Pickleton in 2013. Timothy Jackson was a man from New Orleans. He was like extremely poor, and he went into a department store and stole a jacket that was worth close to like $150, $160, something like that. And he was caught on camera, so there was no doubt as to whether or not he committed the crime. But there is a lot of doubt as to why this man is serving a life sentence without parole for just stealing a jacket. So in conclusion, a lot of us commit small crimes, and there's no reason for us to worry that we need to go and sit in jail for years or even our life for committing these crimes. The cost of maintenance, the large amount of people, and the amount of people serving long-term sentences are the reasons that we need to change this. We need to change the way our prisons work and begin funding something other than people in prison, and maybe start with education.
Chelsea, to have a kind of argument. What do you think you would do though if someone was given a fine and they don't pay the fine? How do you punish them further?
Okay, well, there's a lot of debate on that because obviously a lot of people will commit more crimes than just one.
Yeah.
So they would begin accumulating fines that they can't pay. So then I think what a lot of people think is that they should like have like a 3 strikes you're out kind of thing, and just end up having to put them in jail because you don't really have any other choice.
Yeah. Okay. Chelsea, what's your question?
So would the fines like start to go up as like, you are unable to pay?
Yeah, kind of like a traffic ticket where like the worse the thing that you committed, like the higher the price. So like as you go on, like second, third time you do something, the fine will eventually go up.
Good job.